Hey, honey.
Yeah?
What time is it?
7.
Like 7?
Yeah, it's 7.
Like, what exact time is it?
It's 6:46.
Thank you.
Yep.
Can you relate? Imagine this. Say that you have a 4 o'clock that you have a meeting for, have a video conference call. And then it hits 3:45 because you finished up what you were doing, but you have approximately 15 minutes of time between now and your next thing. 15 minutes. It's like a limbo time. I mean, really, get into this with me. You have 15 minutes, so what are you gonna do with that 15 minutes between now and that next thing you have to do? It doesn't feel like enough time to start something new, but then again, it is enough time to do something, but what? To give you a little bit of insight about the structure of this video, I'm going to first talk about how we think about and perceive time. Second, I'm going to talk about how we might not make as good of use of our time as we would like. And I'm talking about those small amounts of time that we just don't get much done in. And third, I'm going to talk about how we can take advantage of this lost time, those small increments of 5, 10, 15 minutes. Let's get into it. So, the perception of time. So like we saw in that short little clip, when we think about time, we often overestimate what time it is, and it is so that we can kind of think ahead into the future and prepare ourselves for the future just by a little bit. So we kind of miss some time. If we look at the clock and it says 5:45 and we presume it's 6 o'clock, just the way we think of it when we look at that, that means that we're kind of gonna not take advantage of the 15 minutes that was, until 7 o'clock. So when we encounter these 5, 10, 15 minutes, why is it so hard for us to just pick something and do it and just get it over with? I mean, we have 15 minutes. That's 900 seconds of time, and yet we often kind of brush it aside. So there are two main reasons why we do this. The first I'll go through is task switching. It's hard to task switch. And two, all of the many options that you have in those 15 minutes. So first, task switching. So if you're working on something and you finish working on that thing, you then have to mentally change your thought processes to work on something else. That takes a lot of mental effort. It's actually taking cognitive power from your executive functions to switch from one task to another. I actually talked about this in a previous video. I think you would like it. It's about why we get distracted so much and our attention span. You can find that here. So that's one reason why we just can't do something during these 5, 10, 15 minutes. Secondly, there are just an overwhelming amount of options of things that you can do. And there is something that happens when we just have too many choices and we don't know what to do. So when we're just so caught up in it, we usually do the easiest and simplest thing. And that could be picking up your phone, which is often a very simple thing to do, and scroll social media. That's very simple and it's very enjoyable. Or maybe we do something else that's really low energy. I mean, maybe we start browsing the internet. Maybe we go do something else. Whatever is easy and pleasurable, we usually do that. And it's often not the most productive thing that we like to turn to in these times. So how can we actually get ourselves to do something in these 15 minutes? In these short attention span times? Before we get into that, and if you are enjoying this video, it's very simple. I recommend that you click the like button to show me that, well, you like the content, that you care about supporting me and these videos. And then, if you like it like a lot, I encourage you to click that subscribe button. So how can we remedy this? It's pretty simple. Create a list. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you to do. To write a list of all the things that you could do in 5, 10, 15 minutes. And you know what? The first thing that I want you to do with your 5, 10, 15 minutes is write this list. You'll be surprised at the creative things that you can come up with. So for this solution, my ideal solution, feel free to take it or not. But at your workspace, I suggest you keep this list. And then whenever you are done working, or you have a break, you just have this little list with all those fun check boxes, and it's called the 15-minute list or the 10-minute list, or maybe what to do when I'm in limbo list. That's a cool title. And you look and you refer to this list and you just check off the things when you have the 15 minutes and you do it in that time. Seriously, give it a try. Think about all those 15 minutes that you can just get going with. Well, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time watching this video. It took less than 15 minutes. In fact, it took less than 10 minutes. I hope your day is as meaningful as you make it to be.